Welcome to the Elyria Board of Education's meeting for January 20th, 2021. At this time, we will have a roll call
Ms. Karstarfin,
here.
Mr. Bax,
Here.
Mr. Ellick. Mr. Ellick,
Looks like he fell off. Oh, there he is.
He's sleeping.
we
Can't hear him.
can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
We can hear you
Yes.
now.
Here and accounted for.
Okay.
Got you. Mr. Gebhardt
Here.
and Mrs. Seguin.
Here.
And you miss me?
I thought I started with you. Ms.
No.
Karstarfin.
Here. Okay, thank you. And now, Madam Treasurer, if you would please post the flag, we will have our Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge of allegiance
Allegiance
To the flag.
to the flag
of
the United States of
States of America.
and
To the
to the republic
Republic.
To the
for which it
republic,
stands,
which it
one
stands,
nation,
one nation,
under God,
Under
under
God.
God,
indivisible,
Indivisible.
with liberty and justice
Justice
for all.
Thank you so much.
Was that in the round?
That was a little rough today.
Yeah.
We got through it. We got through it.
And we had some echoes.
At this time, we'll have introductions. We have board member Greg Ellick. All right. We have board member Mike Gebhardt. Okay. We have board member Elaine Seguin and Vice President Jim Bex. And I am President Annie Karstoffen. Do we have any board recognitions tonight? None? No board recognitions. Do we have any presentations?
No,
No presentations. No visitors' comments.
that's correct. No visitor
All right.
comments.
Moving right along, do we have any board members' discussion items? No board member discussion
Not
items?
this time.
Okay, the minutes have been posted, both minutes for 12/30/2020 for the special meeting and also for January 6, 2021 minutes. Could I please have, if you've read the minutes, could I please have a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Greg Elliott. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Second by Jim Bex. Are there any questions or discussions? If not, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
and Mrs. Karstarfin.
Aye, motion carried. At this time, item G, treasurer action items.
Thank you, Ms. President. My first item is the monthly financial report. The second item is to accept and express appreciation for the donations as listed on the agenda. Those are all the items I have this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could I please have a motion to
I'll make a
accept
motion.
the- Okay, motion by Mr. Gebhardt. Could I please have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Elaine Seegren. Are there any questions or discussion on the treasurer action items?
Yeah. Who is the Ethel Tyler Charitable Trust? Did you know?
I don't know. Do you happen to know, Ann?
I do not. I believe,
Would
as you can
Denise
see, it
know?
goes to the Special Education Department. Denise, do you have any idea directly who that is?
Yes, it is a local foundation that when a family member passed away, they had designated so much amount of money per year to special education students. We have been getting donations from them yearly for probably about the last 10 years. And this year, I guess there was very few donors or applications that came in. So they asked us, who's a regular donor, if we wanted to ask for more money. And
Wow.
so we we did kindly accept their offer, and they were very generous to us this year.
They certainly were.
Yes, they were.
Yes. We typically get about, like, on a yearly basis, they will donate anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. So
Wow.
the kids from like Miss Perro's class and some of the other moderate intensive programs across the district will be writing thank you notes to the family.
Wow. Well,
Good.
we certainly appreciate their generosity.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other comments?
Yeah, I have a question, Madam President.
Thank you.
On your appropriations accounts by fund, I noticed that your classroom facilities, the encumbered balance was a negative 2.4 million. Is that simply because we haven't had transfers into that account from the state or from the bonds?
It's not from the bonds, it's from the state, but also we are in the process of balancing with the state. And so we should have that all taken care of at least by the end to middle of next month.
And is that expected to be pretty much zeroed out from
Yes.
dollars from the state? Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right, great, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. If that satisfies all questions, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye, motion carries. H is treasurer other. Do you have any others for us tonight?
No, I don't.
I is treasurer report.
I do not have an additional report, and I do not have anything for the sports complex.
Okay, that takes us to K, superintendent action items.
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, to approve the payment of stipends for the following professional development with some of the teachers. And that is all I have for the superintendent action items.
Okay,
Wow.
thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the items recommended by the superintendent as presented?
So moved.
And that was by Mr. Elick. I'm trying to read lips. Was that Mr. Elick?
That is correct,
Yeah.
Ms.
Thank you.
President.
Thank you.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gephardt. Are there any questions or concerns? No questions, no discussion? Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye, motion carries. L is superintendent other. Do you have any other?
No, no other tonight.
Okay. M, personnel action items recommended by the superintendent.
Yes, I do have a few of those. Thank you.
Okay.
First of all, to approve the appointment of the following certified staff. We're up to 57 substitutes, so that's good. Then to approve the athletic supplemental contracts for the following certified staff and non-district employees. Next is to approve the retirement of the following classified administrative staff. Becky Pence, who has been an administrative assistant for the HR department for the last 11 years. So she is retiring as of April 1st, and she's been a great employee, and we're sorry to see her go. Next, for the to approve the appointment of the following classified staff, another building operations sub, which is welcomed. The next is to approve the resignation agreement between the board and Mr. Matthew Kalazewski. Then we have the to ask for the approval of the resignation of the following classified staff member, as detailed below. To approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following classified staff member, and that concludes my personnel action items.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to approve the personnel items recommended by the superintendent as presented?
Move to approve.
Moved by Jim Bax. Could I please have a second?
I'll second, Elaine.
Second by Elaine. Thank you. Are there any questions or concerns? No? Okay.
No.
Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye, motion carries. N is other personnel items recommended by the superintendent. Do you have anything there?
Not tonight, thank you.
Okay, superintendent's report for us.
Yes, we just have a couple items. First of all, it is Board Appreciation Month, as it is every January. And we'd like to extend our thank you to the 5 board members. This is a job that is so needed and so appreciated that they do day in and day out. They're community members that just want to have some participation and say in what we do in our school district. So we really do appreciate that. And we do have a very special gift that Amy has been working on, but like everything else in COVID, it's on its way here. Unfortunately, it's been delayed, so we'll have to celebrate you in February too. So that's good. But we do have quite a special gift for you. And again, we wanted to have it here tonight, but it's just taken longer than it should have taken. It was supposed to be here. So we do thank you and thank you for everything you do for Elyria City Schools and throughout the year. So thank you again. Next, we are having a beam signing at Westwood on the 28th and 29th of next week. I believe that's Thursday and Friday, if I'm not mistaken. If any of you would like to come out and sign the beam, I know some of you did that at Elyria and some of the others. We have delayed the groundbreaking until the spring. I know it's been said a couple times and been canceled, but at this point, the contractors feel it would be best in spring, but we did want you to know about the beam. It can be any time during that day. We will get exact times that will be out there to you via email.
What day is that
but
on?
we wanted to at least give you, pardon me?
What day was that on?
Thursday and Friday of next week,
Okay.
the 28th and 29th. And then also, as many of the parents have gotten our newsletter, and I just wanted to take a minute to remind them that it is on our website, and if they have any questions about the return plan, please call us. I also wanted to reiterate, we are watching the data. As I said in the newsletter, as we know, last Thursday, we received the news that Lorain County was had a very high week and had gone back up in the data. And we are watching that, and I do have an appointment to talk to Dave Cavell again, and I see him on Friday morning. So we will make sure that we do our due diligence and look at that. And if it changes our return next Tuesday for the students, we will make everyone aware. So I just wanted to encourage parents to call us if they have any questions. Okay. And that concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you very much. P, Board of Education. Board members, is there anything you would like to bring to our attention by any board members? Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Number 2 is Board Policies and Regulations, first reading.
Okay.
Mr. Bax?
All right. I'm just going to give you a brief summary of what's being dealt with in these current revisions and updates. There's a total of 6 in this package, 6 sections being affected. The first one is a non-discrimination policy update, as well as as an update in compliance officers. Secondly, the second one is the adoption of a separate sexual discrimination harassment policy and procedures as outlined under Title IX of the Federal Educational Amendments of 1972. And in that case, we've also appointed a Title IX coordinator from the district. Third one is an updated policy dealing with executive sessions on matters concerning allegations of misconduct of district personnel or students. The fourth is an updated district network privacy policy and use policies and an agreement that we would ask, the agreement is normal, that we ask individuals that are using the school network, there are certain things that certainly they would agree to in the course of getting access to that network. The fifth is an updated fiscal management policy dealing primarily with bonding requirements, petty cash, and district cash kept in the individual school buildings. And lastly, there's an updated personnel policy that deals with staff conduct, staff-student relations. Let's see. Suspension or termination of certificated members, classified staff members, and lastly, dealing with public complaints about district personnel. So a variety of updates. Normally we see this time of year, we see a lot of updates and revisions in policy. And I've went through it. It all looks fairly straightforward, but that's what it deals with. That concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Could I please have a motion to approve the Board of Education's items as presented?
So,
I'll make the motion.
second.
Motion by Mr. Gephardt and second by Mr. Elick. Are there any questions or comments? None. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Thank you. Motion carries. And there is no executive session tonight. Is there anything else to come before the board at this time? No. Could I please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Elick. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Bax. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Motion carried. Thank you very much.